Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Mexico Relocation Guide. My name is Mariana, and in today's video, we're going to be talking all about residency visas. This is part 2. Let's get right into it. So, a question I get asked very often is, how do I schedule an appointment with a Mexican consulate? The most common way to schedule an appointment at a Mexican consulate is to visit their online booking system, which is citas.sre.gov.mx. You'll first have to create an account, verify your account by email, select your nearest consulate by inputting a zip code and a country, and selecting a date from their calendar options. However, this can also vary on the consulate. Some consulates don't post their appointments on this online booking system, and some consulates only accept appointments by email. Or they have their own booking system, which can only be found by reading through the visa section of their website. So you have to do a little digging if you're going to try to make your own appointment. But even then, let's say you visit a consulate's website and they tell you how to book an appointment. Some people are still having a really tough time finding appointments on either the online booking system or because a consulate won't email them back or some other reason. For whatever reason, they're not finding appointments. This is why I highly recommend working with a recommended immigration facilitator. Some of our immigration facilitator recommendations are amazing. I mean, we have an extensive directory of recommendations, and many of the people that we recommend help our customers book their appointments at their nearest consulate or a consulate, and most of them can do it in a fraction of the time than the customer is able to do on their own. Or they have contacts within the consulate that the rest of us just don't have access to. So if you want access to our directory of awesome recommended contacts, consider buying our complete Mexico relocation guide. I'll leave a link in the description of this video. So what are the timeframes for residency in Mexico? Well, most of you will start the process at a Mexican consulate near you, which means you first have to secure your appointment. Unfortunately, most consulates do not take walk-ins, so try to avoid that unless you know for a fact that they will take you in as a walk-in. But in my experience, most consulates do not take walk-ins. And as I mentioned before, getting an appointment can be lengthy. For some people, it can take a week. For others, it can take a month. And assuming you have your appointment confirmed, most consulates will give you their decision that same day on whether or not you're approved. If you get approved, you will usually get your residency stamp on your passport that same day. So congratulations if you just got approved. With your new residency stamp, you have up to 180 days to travel to an INM office or immigration in Mexico and do what is called Canje, which is the second part of your residency process. Pro tip, don't wait until the last minute to travel to Mexico, and definitely don't let your stamp expire. Otherwise, you have to start the residency process all over again. Also, remember that the dates in Mexico are formatted day, month, and year. So when you get that residency stamp, try not to confuse the day and the month. Now, once you're in Mexico, you have up to 30 days to start this canje process with immigration. If you haven't hired a facilitator at this point, I highly recommend it. Now, when you get that appointment at INM, it can take anywhere between 45 minutes and up to 5 hours or more. I mean, we've heard customers in all ranges of time frames. So I would come prepared with water, snacks, and maybe a second person to hold your place in line in case you need to take a bathroom break. Now, you will usually walk out with your card that same day. Unless, of course, there's an issue, which, believe it or not, friends, it does happen in immigration in Mexico. Things like they run out of plastic cards, or there's an issue with their residency printing machine, or there's an issue with your residency approval from the consulate, or some other issue they need to resolve before you can get your card. So to summarize the timeframes, it can take from start to finish as little as a few days and up to weeks or months. It just depends on how fast you get your appointment at the Mexican consulate or embassy near you, how soon you travel to Mexico to do your canje, how fast you get an appointment with INM, and how soon INM issues your card to you, unless there's an issue somewhere along this process. So I hope this has been really helpful. I hope this answers a lot of your frequently asked questions regarding residency. And I thank you all so much for submitting your questions ahead of time. I would love your feedback, and I would love to know is this more helpful, or is this a better presentation for you than doing a live Q&A, somewhere where you can ask your questions in real time? Or is it better for you to submit them ahead of time and then me just answer the most frequently asked questions that we get? So I hope this has been helpful. As always, if you liked this video and you found it to be helpful, give it a like, share it with anybody that you think might benefit from this information. And again, follow our website, mexicorelocationguide.com/blog, for a lot of really good information on how to move to Mexico the right way. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Hasta luego.